Hello then. And
Oh, what's up, y'all? It's me, Toya Nice, and I'm here with my friend Tim, and we're gonna talk about the Royal Rumble and our predictions and who we want to win.
who we think is going to win, and the
We'll
two
see.
things are not necessarily the same.
Right. Who I would like for win on the women's thing, who I know who's in it, because so far I only know 9 women who are in it. I would like to see Bianca Belair win.
See, I agree on that one. Currently, we have Nia Jax, Charlotte, Bianca, Bailey, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooks, Peyton Royce, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Tamina. The women's rumble, because the women's roster is the lowest, is the one with the fewest people.
Yeah.
Probably have the more surprise entrance or the more NXT entrance. But I agree completely. It's the way they have built up Bianca and just how good she is. She needs that win.
Yeah,
She needs
exactly.
that
They
win.
exactly. I agree. It's like if they
Yeah.
don't give it to her. It's kind of like, well, what are you doing with her?
Yeah, she needs that win to challenge whoever. It doesn't even matter
Yeah.
whether or not it's Sasha or Asuka or whoever. The only way I would see someone else, and I actually think it's going to be Bianca as well. The only way I would see things being otherwise is if we have like a really big return, like Ronda Rousey
Yeah,
or
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that too. I was thinking, what if Ronda Rousey comes back? Because
yeah.
that would be huge.
The
That
only,
would be
like I said,
that would be like
the
the
only,
only thing. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, Bianca Belair, unless Ronda or maybe Becky Lynch comes back, and I don't think Becky is ready for it yet. She only gave birth like what 4 months ago or something.
Yeah, but I've
Um,
seen pictures of her. She looks good. Becky be
no, no,
looking good. Like
I don't.
Becky looks like in fine shape. I'm not saying she can come back, because I mean she just had a 4 month baby and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But still,
no,
I
I
mean
absolutely think she could come back, and I
oh,
think
she
she would be
definitely could
awesome.
come back. I don't know if she wants to come back, but I
Yeah,
think
see, that's the problem. I think it might be a bit too early for her to go back to full time.
right.
So no, I think it's going to be Bianca. I hope it's going to be Bianca because
I must say, as far as like women's Rumble matches, when they let Becky in 2000, was it 2019? In that
yeah, I
1 hour
think
match?
2019. Yeah,
When they let her in, I was like, oh, I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, she definitely gonna win. It's her moment.
yeah. They have been really good at building up women's wrestlers the last couple of years.
No,
To
they did a great job. I mean,
uh,
considering from the bra and panties to now, I was like, yeah.
I mean, you know my dream match for the women for one of the women's championships, and we're probably never gonna get it, but uh,
Not anytime soon, anyway.
oh, that aside, Bianca for the women's. There is no doubt about that. I mean, that
That's
I
like
both
my pick. That's
think
my
so and
pick.
I want so.
Who would you like to see come back for the women's?
The usual, honestly, the usual. I would love. I know she only comes back for special occasions. I really love to see Beth Phoenix again.
No, that would be
She is
good.
so
That would be so
good.
good. You know what I want to see? It will probably never happen. AJ Lee. I would love to see her.
Oh, that would be cool.
I
AJ would be
I
cool.
think she would look. I think she would be good in this era.
I actually think she would be good in this. There is a couple of the Diva era girls that I think could do a proper job if necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I know she got injured and that's why she's not physically competing anymore, but someone like Paige was actually fairly good in the ring when
Yeah,
it
she
came
was.
down
I
to
mean,
it.
she was
Um,
top. I mean, she was.
yeah. No, you're right. AJ could be cool to call. Otherwise, I'm sure we're gonna see the Bellas. I'm sure we're gonna
Are we
see
gonna
the
see the
Bellas,
Bellas? Did they
even if
just
it's
have?
only for a short time.
Are we gonna see the Bellas? Didn't they just have a baby?
Yeah, but I mean,
They had like
unlike if
one of
the
them had like
point is, if
twins or
Becky
something.
came back, I agree with you. No, they did have babies rather recently, but if Becky came back, it would have to be back to full time because she is too big otherwise,
Oh
and
yeah, she's.
still
I mean,
fairly
she is the
prime for her
man.
career. Both Nikki and oh god, Nikki and
Bel-
uh
Bree.
Brie. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Both Nikki and Brie could come back for a single gimmick participation, get eliminated after some time, and then we don't have to see
It
them
would be
again for a
more of
while.
like a pop than anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, exactly. Just like, for instance, yeah, I mean, some of the other returning people we've seen, like I mean, it's 20 years. Oh my god, it's been 15 years. But back, I think, in 2005, when Piper suddenly decided to show up,
Oh
even
yeah.
got to eliminate someone.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Um. So yeah, that would be a possible. Otherwise, I don't actually know. I mean,
That's the thing about like Rumble though, because you don't
yeah.
really know
I mean, I would love to
who
see
will
some
come
of the.
back.
We're obviously going to get it because it's triple branded these days, obviously. But I would love to see some of the NXT girls. There's a lot of good women on NXT right now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely. I would
both
love to
NXT.
see.
And beyond that, I mean, the old one, Trish, Lita. I would love to see some of those. They were good.
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree. I agree.
considering how Trish Stratus started as literally an underwear model, brought in to do bra and panties matches. God, she was good towards the end of her run.
Oh yeah, I mean she had she like advanced in her career like
Yeah,
so much from like this being like this this ditzy what do you call it,
yeah, blonde,
manager, this a
basically, yeah.
manager with this tits and ass to an actually good ass wrestler where it's like
She was. I mean, the
or her and Lita had like the main event in Raw for like ever.
exactly. I mean, I have seen women's wrestling. I mean, I've seen women's wrestling, of course, since we started. I remember a random match back in the '90s on a. Goddamn, it was a WCW event with Bull Nakano from Japan against Medusa. I think it was first women's wrestling match I'd seen on a pay per view because back then Denmark didn't get full pay per views. We got edited versions, and they didn't like women fighting. So I mean, women's wrestling have of course been going on forever, but man, it was those days with Trish and Lita and Mickey James, her early days, and Jacqueline and the other. They were really good. I know back then they got a bad rep, but they were really, really good if they had gotten time to build proper matches.
Yeah, I agree with you. I especially really liked Mickey James when she first
Mm.
came out. And she
I
was
still
crazy
I am
Mickey, and I was like, I loved it.
I get why we don't because she is the veteran that to build up the new girls and so on. But I am still sad we're not going to get another. We're probably never going to get another Mickey James championship before her career ends. This is why I want another women's title, like a TV title or something. Just something to give the other deserving people something to play off.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Cause
Ruby Riot deserves a title, but does she deserve the main title considering who else is there? No.
no,
Well,
I mean she's good, but I don't think she's like
that good. No.
championship good. Like maybe tag team, maybe for a little bit,
Yeah,
you know. But
exactly. And the same
but I
is
mean, you
kind of
know
the
what? She can
problem.
always grow. She can always grow and get better.
And I'm not saying anything there. I'm just saying I think the women's division would gain a lot from having a secondary belt. I know they've been talking about it. I mean, beyond the tag team title, I think they would do good with an intercontinental title or a US title or a TV title or whatever they want to call it, a bra and panties title on a pole match or whatever. I don't know.
Right, I agree.
Um, that would have been if Vince Russo was still around.
All right,
I'm
so let's
still
talk
sure he's.
about the men's.
Yes.
So there's like 17, right?
Yeah, something like that. Daniel Bryan, Lashley, Styles, Orton, Otis. Otis. I love what they're doing with Otis. It's just weird. Miz, Jey Uso, Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Big E, John Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali, and Edge is coming in. And yes, I would love to see Edge win. It's not going to happen, but I would love to see it.
I mean, that would be great, but I don't
That would
think
be
that's gonna happen.
amazing.
That would be not
There is
good.
a lot of people I would want to win. I would want to win for the men because there's a lot of people I feel deserve. I mean, I know it's silly because he has never really been a front, like a main event. I would really love to see them do more with Cesaro. He is so bloody good. He is so good. But I personally wanted to be Keith Lee because I am in I'm amazed at what that man is able to do, both on the microphone and in the ring, considering his size. And I want to see him get a proper run.
I think Keith Lee is good. I also want to see because of the storyline between the Retribution and New Day. I would like to see Alfasa Ali get it because
Mustafa, ooh,
I kind of want to see how they're gonna put that storyline together.
that
Because
could
they're
be
like
really good,
beefing right
actually.
now.
Yeah,
So that would be good. Because you know how, like, Mustafa Ali, like, Kofi
yeah.
took Mustafa Ali's place when Kofi got injured. So basically, that's why Mustafa Ali is in right now, because he's taking Kofi's space because Kofi's injured. So I kind of want to see how that's going to go.
I actually like that. That's a really good idea. Yeah, since they're feuding already.
Yeah. So,
And Mustafa Mustafa is really good. He
yeah,
could
he
pull
is.
it off.
I think he
Absolutely.
can definitely put. As long
Um,
as Brock Lesnar don't come back. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's the thing. So we're talking about who do we want to win. Now, who is going to win? And, I'm basically going to say, well, Goldberg, probably. Because
Like
why
Goldberg, Richie
not?
Goldberg, and Drew McIntyre. Look, if they're trying to make Drew McIntyre look stronger and blah blah blah, that's fine, whatever. But
You know,
I just don't want no
no,
disrespect to Goldberg. I like him.
no.
I think he's
Eh,
cool, but nah, man,
I I
we
am
need to leave it up to the young talents.
I am of the belief, and I'm of the belief in the same way as I was with Lesnar, just in general. No one who's not full time should be either winning the Rumble or getting the main title. It's really that simple.
Yeah,
It's the same thing I
I
said with
agree.
Lesnar.
Same,
I don't
I
have a
agree.
problem with Brock Lesnar in WWE. I think he can be a great, spectacle. I think he can be a great event. He just shouldn't have a title run
Well,
because the title
exactly.
needs to be on Raw or
Or
SmackDown,
SmackDown
wherever.
or
It needs
NXT
to
or
be.
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be on the show, and it needs
You
to
need
be.
to be
It
having a
needs to
fighting
mean
champion.
something.
Exactly. Can't just be like
Um.
something this. Okay, well, I think I'm going to work
So
today.
I'm afraid it's going to. I was thinking Bobby Lashley actually, but I think he's too entrenched right now in those U.S. title. I actually,
Yeah.
for the first time in a very, Bobby Lashley has always been like Apollo Crews to me. Really good in the ring and incredibly boring.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
definitely. I
but
agree. It's like, it's like you don't it's like, like
yeah, but in this whole what is it they call themselves, hurt business thing, I'm actually starting to like Lashley. I want him to stay where he is right now
yeah,
and sort of,
I think he's good where he's at right now.
yeah, building his
And
personality as like the biggest of the second layer, like the top man of the second layer of wrestlers. I think it would be good for him before they give him another
you know
main
who else
title
I
run.
would like to see who win the men's? I would like to see just because of the storyline, Jey Uso.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then
Absolutely.
he can challenge Drew McIntyre
Yeah. Absolutely.
and then have that whole bloodline thing of like, oh, we run this whole
I
WWE
could
thing.
I could absolutely accept. Like I said, the good thing about the men, the thing about the women's is I really think Bianca should win. So I mean, I could
Yeah,
be
because
happy with someone else, but it really has to be
if it
her.
has to be somebody else, it probably has to be Ronda Rousey or someone that we
Yeah,
would
exactly.
not.
But on the men's side, I could be happy with almost anyone because there's so many good storylines you could play around with. Considering how good
I
Sami
mean,
Zayn was.
even with Otis, because you could have like
Yeah,
Tucker come
exactly.
back there and be like, oh, you shouldn't have
Yeah.
won, blah blah blah, whatever. So it's like so many
I
good
mean,
storylines that could happen on the men's.
considering how good Sami Zayn has been, in as the slimy don't want to fight, I could see him do very good with the suitcase at one point. To be on, sorry, with the Rumble ability to I won't name my opponent until the last minute before Mania or something like that.
Yeah, I
I
could
think
see
he
him
could
do
play.
something
So
like that.
I don't think it's going to be Sane. I'm just saying there's a lot of and again I actually think he doesn't get a chance to show it very much. I hate that they split up the New Day because I think it's the single best team they have had since the Shield at the
Yes,
very least.
at the very least, as far as
If not even longer. But I'm happy that everyone knows that Kofi is a great wrestler, like superior wrestler. Everyone knows that Austin Creed. Sorry, well, I always think of him as Austin Creed, but
Yeah, from his
Xavier is
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods is a really superior wrestler. I think I remember Big E back in the day. He was in NXT, especially when he first came up in NXT. He is a really good wrestler. He has
Nah,
that again. That
he is a good
he
wrestler. Like I
he's
remember
got that Keith Lee thing where someone that big and that square should not be able to do what he
move like
does.
that, but man, he
Uh,
can move.
so I would again, as long as he is currently embroiled in the thing in the he has the intercontinental thing, and I hope he holds it for a while. But so I don't think it's going to be him, but I could also see him again because he's just so good, or could be
I
so
mean,
good. Again, there's
he's
a
definitely. I think Big E's definitely gonna be champion. Probably like not now,
uh,
but like probably
other than
in
that,
a few months from now, maybe. I could see him doing champion. I could see him going against
absolutely,
Roman Reigns and stuff like that.
absolutely. Other than that, like I said, just because we might also then get into returns. I would like to see the only other person I would really like to see who's not, sort of. I don't think we have mentioned as such. Would be I would really love to see a return and a win by Samoa Joe,
Oh
just
my
because I
goodness,
think
yes, that would be.
it's
I don't know. I don't know. If I could see him winning, but a return would be awesome.
yeah. I mean, and I only want. I mean, I want to see a return, but I want to see the reason why I would like a win is because apart from WWE dropping the ball on Rusev Day. Remember when they did the Rusev Day with him and Aiden English?
Hmm.
And Rusev was basically for almost half a year probably the most popular wrestler in the world.
Right.
And they completely fucked it up.
As
Um,
they do. As
as they
they
do.
do.
But apart from that, not because Rusev was necessarily the best wrestler in the world, but just because they should have, you know, they should have taken the opportunity while his popularity was, to that insane degrees at the top of its height. But I think Samoa Joe, beyond that time, I think the fact that they have never given Samoa Joe a proper main title run is one of the biggest wasted opportunities. I mean, we have seen him in TNA back in the day, and I think Ring of Honor even. He is just
Well,
so
that would even
good.
be good with even like if he wins, that would be a good storyline with Roman Reigns too, with the
Yeah,
whole bloodline and stuff like that too. So
yeah.
that would be a good
He's
storyline.
basically the only Samoan who's not of the NIE bloodline. So I mean, he could lead the Samoan revolt or something. It
Right?
could be really good.
Do you think the Fiend will make a turn or not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am. Unless Bray is actually too injured to compete, I'm absolutely certain he's going to return. Whether or not he's going to win, I
I
don't
don't think you.
know.
I don't really think he's gonna win.
I I
I
don't
mean,
think
I
so.
don't think so.
But I'm sure. Unless Bray is way too injured to return, I'm absolutely sure he's going to. I'm absolutely sure he's going to be there.
I'm just
Anyone else?
wondering.
Any big returns you think we're going to see?
I mean, we
I mean, I'm
probably
sure.
are. I just can't think of
I'm sure we're
anything.
going to see someone like Big Show.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
like,
he's still around. He's going to show up and do
Ric
something.
Flair's coming back, nothing.
Ric Flair's I would not even be surprised.
I
Let
would
me
be
put it like that.
shocked.
I
like,
would be
like, come
shocked.
on, old man. I love you, but y'all, please,
I'm like, he's 71 or 72 or something. It's
please
like,
don't do that,
no,
old man.
Rick,
Please don't. Please
no,
don't.
please, I am begging you, please
Please
don't do it.
don't. Like you can show
I,
up. You know, you can
it
just
would,
go ahead and do what you
it
have to
would be,
do.
I mean, it wouldn't because there's no real audience, but it would be the most insane pop I could imagine if they suddenly started playing
I know, right?
Also Sprach
What is
Zarathustra in the
going
middle of
on?
the
What y'all doing to this old man? This
I mean,
elderly abuse.
exactly. It would be like, yes! Wait, no!
No.
Fuck! It would be like, the Bernie meme
You
inserting
have
him
to
into
gently
something.
like put him on the other side of the ropes. You
Yeah.
don't want to hurt him.
Fuck, it's Bernie Sanders entering the ring. Oh, no, wait, it's Ric Flair. It was like, no, not Ric Flair. Who else?
Who
know who else.
Oscar's not defending her title, right?
Asuka is defending. No, Asuka is defending her.
She's defending her tag team title, but not her Raw title.
Asuka and Charlotte is defending their tag team titles
But not
against
the Raw
Nia
title, right?
and Shayna Baszler.
So
Yeah,
you think it's gonna?
on.
So what's your prediction on that? Let's do the women's tag teams. What's your prediction on
I
that?
don't know. This is only because Charlotte came back. Charlotte came back early, and she basically came back with the rule. Oh, another person I really want to win is someone. By the way, just really quickly before we go on, we haven't spoken about those at all. I would really love to see one of the maybe not win, but someone from someone like, for instance, Adam Cole or Kyle O'Reilly
Yeah,
or
from the
Velvet, or not Velveteen Dream, obviously, but Adam Cole or Kyle O'Reilly or some of the NXT guys. Pete Dunne, maybe not win, but maybe get to the
I'm
final
pretty
four.
sure there are gonna be some NXTs in there.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely going to be some NXTs in there. I'd like to see one of them do like.
I would like to see one of them do well, like.
Yeah,
With
maybe final
remember,
four
like
or
Keith
final
Lee with
three.
the Survivor Series when it was him and versus Roman Reigns and he lost.
Yeah.
So I definitely want somebody at least be in the top 5 or
yeah,
top
something
4.
like that. Something like that would be good. No, Charlotte came back because when she came back, there was an interview, like a not a kayfabe one, but an out of character one, where they basically said they had a very clear plan for her. It would not just be a matter of her coming back and then winning the Rumble. So they obviously have a long-term plan for her, and that means I think Charlotte, Asuka versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. It really comes down to who they want the women's Rumble winner to challenge at Mania. If they want to do Bianca versus Asuka, for instance, then they are going to lose. If they want to do Sasha versus Bianca, for instance, then they are probably going to win. I think Asuka and Charlotte Flair has to win this, just because, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I know a lot of people are really high on Shayna Baszler. I think she's super boring.
Yeah, I don't see the hype, but
I'm
thinking that if Bianca does win, she probably will probably challenge Sasha.
Yeah, because they're both on SmackDown, so I agree with you.
And then like her husband's on SmackDown too, so it's like
yeah.
So that would have been
I like Nia Jax more than most. I agree that she may be a bit unsafe from time to time, but I actually like Nia Jax more than most. But I find Shayna Baszler incredibly boring. Yes, she's very big, and she's
no like good character. I mean, like I think she's alright. I mean, I like watching them when she does her YouTube channel with gaming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is why I think she could be good.
She could,
but
I
mean,
she has potential, but she's like, I don't know. The character she has is like, okay.
Exactly, they're basically playing her character like Roman back in the day, just after the Shield broke up, with absolutely no personality, just big and scary.
Yeah.
Even
Roman
Braun.
Roman now's character is like
Roman now is super good.
Dude,
they should have
so good.
Apart from the fact that they should have turned him heel several years ago.
Time ago.
And the only probable reason they didn't was because they needed the big hero to be able to take down Brock.
Right.
That's what they needed. Whether or not Seth did it from time to Rollins might be another surprise return. By the way,
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, maybe Rollins.
I don't know how his injury situation is, but if he's ready, I'm sure Seth Rollins will come back. It's about time, and they can pull him as either heel or face. I mean, he's been gone long enough; they can plug him in wherever they need him.
That could be also a good storyline for Rollins and Reigns too.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen anything. Yeah. Have we actually seen them fight since? Oh man, have we seen them fight since?
I don't know. Not since the whole breakup. I don't know. It was mostly Dean and Rollins that was ever fighting all the time.
Do you remember a couple of years ago? Maybe. Oh my God, it was back in 2016. It's 4 years ago. Back when Rollins and Reigns had their fight Rollins won the title from Reigns, and then Dean cashed in his Money in the Bank
Yeah,
and
I
took the
remember.
title.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was clear. I
I
remember like
think
yesterday.
I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but it was back in 16. I think that's the last time we actually had a Rollins versus Reigns feud. I think we could do another one. I
I
actually
think so.
think we
Yeah,
could
I
do
think
another one.
especially now how Reigns is right now. I
Yeah.
think it'll be perfect.
Well, I guess that leads us into Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, and I want Owens to win just because it's not because I see why he won't, and I think it's a good idea he won't. We need to keep the storyline going and
Yeah.
Reigns and the current thing. I just again, Owens, I think he's good in the ring. He might not be the best ever in the ring, but he's very good in the ring, and he's probably the best one on the mic. It's a waste not to have him have a title, is what I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's really
But
good on the mic, and he's really.
it's going to be Roman. I
Oh yeah,
cannot
I know.
see how they're going to not have Roman go over.
I
I
mean,
just can't.
you know, you never know, but I agree.
It's possible. I just don't
Like I
see
don't
the
see. I either that or it's gonna like end in some kind of like DQ or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
something like that. I mean, it's a last man standing. There shouldn't be any
No
DQ,
DQ. Or
but
they
still,
both get knocked out. I don't know
yeah.
something.
I mean, the only thing I could see there was if the big return of Samoa Joe or Jimmy Uso, if he's somehow ready before time, would be for one of them to turn
Well,
on
you already
Roman
know
and
that
help
Jay
Kevin
Uso is
Owens
gonna
win.
be helping, so it's gonna be like
So
basically a 2 against 1.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Roman is going to take. I don't
I mean,
even
I
mind
agree with
because,
you. I
as you
agree with you,
say,
but like at the same time,
there
it's
is
like, yeah, you never know.
Kevin Owens have done fine, and he won't get hurt by a defeat because I mean he's Kevin Owens, and there's so many storylines that could come out with Roman. So I agree it's going to be him. So that leaves us with Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg, and I don't know who's going to win, but god damn, I hope it's McIntyre.
Oh, I hope it's McIntyre. I hope that this is something that just builds up, you know, to make him look good or something like that. Cause
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
don't
I mean
want Goldberg
Goldberg.
to win. I just don't want
Goldberg
him to win.
has I think Goldberg has 4 matches a year, just like Edge. Edge has four big. No, wait. Edge has 12 matches a year. I think Goldberg has 4 matches a year. And I realize that they want to burn him off early in the year, like Rumble. What is it? Hell in a Cell, and then Mania. But it shouldn't be. Goldberg had the title last year, and it was an unmitigated disaster. Don't do it again.
Right? Don't
Give,
let's not make
give
the
it
same
to
mistake twice. WWE, come on.
yeah. Give it to McIntyre, and then have if the winner is from Raw, then have sorry
Miz
no
have
yeah
Miz cash in.
yeah something
You
like
know
that.
what? Even if Goldberg won,
Yeah,
have Miz cash in.
that would actually be super fun.
That would actually be great. That's what I want. I want if Goldberg wins, have what you call it, John Morrison beat the crap out of him or whatever,
And
and
Miz
then cash
in.
in.
That would
And have
actually
Miz
be
cash
super
in.
cool.
That would be awesome. That would be the cherry on the. Oh, that'd be mwah. That would be great.
I know that would actually be freaking glorious. I
That would be.
love that idea.
I was like, yes. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh
I totally forgot that Miz
man,
had
I
the
love that idea.
had the. I'm like, oh yeah, the Miz has the he still has that thing. I'm like, he still can cash in. I'm like,
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I actually think that's the matches, but again, I mean, with two 30-man, well, one 30-man and one 30-woman Rumble match, both of them is going to take maybe an hour and a half.
usually it takes like about an hour and a half. Yeah.
There isn't room for that much else. I mean, we're not doing Mania here. We're not doing like a full 7-hour show.
Right.
So this is probably a good thing, all things considered.
All right.
Again, the only thing again is there anyone we missed? Like we can sort of expect to do a run-in any of the Rumbles that we haven't thought about. I mean, I don't know.
I mean the doors are open to whoever.
I mean, they can do whatever. They can use whatever they want. I mean, again, we haven't seen any of the NXT guys, and of course, there's going to be NXT guys on this thing. I haven't heard of anyone that usually you kind of hear about someone who would come in. We sort of knew that AJ was on his way 4 years ago when he debuted at the Rumble. We sort of knew that he was on his way, at least. I haven't heard of anyone. AEW is sucking up a lot of oxygen right now when it comes to other wrestlers.
Yeah, so I heard.
So, and again, I don't know how much they are investing in those like gimmick participants this year, because I mean I know we have the whole Thunderdome thing, but it doesn't work quite the same without people in the arena. You
Yeah.
need the live pop
Yeah,
for
you got.
something like
Yeah.
that to
So
really work.
hopefully we'll be able to have that soon enough. But
I mean, imagine if Edge had done his comeback this year instead of last year,
you're right.
without fans in the audience, without like the live energy to feed on or feed off. It would have been bad.
Yeah, this is
Well,
true.
I mean, I guess that's it. Do you have anything else?
Oh no, we can end it here. But
Yeah.
thanks for listening to us rant and talk about wrestling, because this is what we talk about all the time. We're
Yeah.
huge wrestling fans, so this is how.
And don't worry, everyone who actually enjoys this. I am sure I will be able to convince her to come back next week and do a post Rumble review.
We'll see about that. Anyway, do you have anything you want to shout out? Any?
Go watch my Twitch channel, especially go watch.
I'll put it in my link.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Below.
no, not really.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for ranting with
You're
me,
welcome.
talking with me, and I hope
Thank you
everyone
for
has
having me.
no problem. And I hope everyone has a good day, night, or evening. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.